Well, as my theme song fades away, good morning!
Good morning!
Good morning! Good morning! Very good. My name is David Rollick. I am the chair of the Purdue Black Caucus of Faculty and Staff, and it's my pleasure, it's my absolute honor to welcome all of you here today. To be absolutely clear, and crystal clear as we start, every time that we've come together for this Purdue Black Caucus of Faculty and Staff annual awards program, it is a good morning. Whether this gathering has convened in rain, or in sunshine, in warmth, or in cold, even gathering remotely and streaming online because of a deadly global pandemic, it is a good morning. So for the 49th annual time in a row, good morning.
Good morning.
So I welcome the parents, the relatives, the friends, the deans, the department heads, the university administrators, the special guests, the colleagues, and honored students who are gathered with us this morning. For those of you following along, you have printed programs, but the program is also reproduced on our Black Caucus of Faculty and Staff webpage, so that is there for you as well. And the live stream should be up on that webpage as well, so you will be able to follow along with us. As I mentioned, my name is Dr. David Rollick. I am, in addition to being the chair of the Purdue Black Caucus of Faculty and Staff this academic year, I am 150th anniversary professor of Purdue, 150th anniversary professor and professor of psychological sciences. I'm also an associate dean of the graduate school here at Purdue University. But in the spirit of that position as chair of the Purdue Black Caucus of Faculty and Staff, again, the one that is most important for today's proceedings, let me share the greetings on behalf of the executive committee, some of whom will speak with us later in this morning and early afternoon, including our vice chair, Dr. Zenefia Evans, who is Associate Dean of Students here at Purdue, our Secretary Historian, Ms. Kathy Pullings, who's Assistant Director of our Office of Recruitment and Retention, our Treasurer, Webmaster, and Line Leader, Dr. Johnny Brown, who is Professor of Mathematics here in our College of Science. Our parliamentarian is Dr. Brandon Harrison Smith, who is a postdoctoral scholar in mechanical engineering here at Purdue. And our member at large, Dr. Jacqueline Thomas Miller, who is Director of the Office of Advising and Recruiting in our College of Education. So let me just take another quick moment to introduce to all of our assembled families and students some special guests from around campus. And forgive me if I haven't included anybody, but I am pleased to introduce to you all our Vice President for Ethics and Compliance, Elisa Christmas Rollick. And Dr. Marcia Baker for the Veterinary School. And I'm not sure, there we go. And others will be joining us, and I hope in the spirit of good fellowship that you, as you mingle, as you meet each other, that you'll see more and others will come in as we continue our proceedings. We're also grateful for the sponsorship at various levels to host this 49th annual BCFS Awards program. And on page 11 of your program booklet, you'll see those sponsors listed, including at the platinum level, the Office of the Provost and Office of Diversity, Inclusion, and Belonging in that office. At the gold level, we thank the College of Health and Human Sciences, or HHS, their Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. At the silver level, we have the Purdue Polytechnic Institute and Purdue's College of Science. And at the bronze level, we have Purdue's College of Liberal Arts, their Office of Diversity and Inclusion Initiatives, as well as Purdue's College of Pharmacy. I also want to thank, as we get started, the awards program committee and to all members and friends of the Caucus and other volunteers who've made this event happen. So much work has gone into this, so much work behind the scenes in trying to bring this to the point of celebration. As I hope you read in the program booklet, this event remains unique at Purdue and across the nation. It is a result of the voluntary efforts of faculty members and members from units across the university rather than the official mandate of some campus office or unit. This gathering of families to honor the accomplishments of Black students arguably is the largest of Purdue outside of commencement. In point of fact, I believe our gathering is particularly propitious this weekend because it takes place in the shadow of a major weekend for university admissions for prospective students. I had the honor of addressing several hundred prospective students, family members, and guardians earlier this morning, and shared with them some thoughts about exploring and considering the Purdue experience, including the value of this voluntary gathering that we have done every year for the last 49. The common denominator across the hopes of prospective students, the reflections of alumni, and the progress of current students that we salute this morning is the celebration of Black excellence. As a Black caucus dedicated to the interests of our faculty, staff, and students, we also acknowledge that Black excellence is important hope for the campus, for this community, and for the families and communities of our students, staff members, and faculty. In fact, as I opined in years past, we should be clear that the innovation that springs from Black genius and scholarship benefit communities well beyond our own and ultimately for society as a whole. The successes that flow from Black entrepreneurship bring resources to all communities. The well springs of Black artistry bring beauty and new meaning as a human experience around the globe. Not to put too fine a point on it, but while we center on Black experience with our efforts today, we need to remember the inclusive point that everyone benefits from our students' achievements, and everyone can take pride in them, because all humanity ultimately is of African descent. Not surviving, not recovering, but excellence that benefits all. So in that spirit, once again, I welcome each and every one of you, and let us begin this good day with song. Let me bring to the stage Stephanie Dardis and Jordan Sanders, who will lead us in the Star Spangled Banner and in Lift Every Voice and Sing. What is that?
Would everyone please stand? Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, though the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good morning. All right. Let's see. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has taught us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun, let us march on till victory is won. Stony the road we trod, bitter the chastening rod, felt in the days when hope unborn had died, yet with a steady beat have not our weary feet come to the place for which our Father sighed. We have come over a way that with tears has been watered. We have come treading our path through the blood of the slaughtered. Out from the gloomy past till now we stand at last, where the white gleam of our bright star is cast. God of our weary years, God of our silent tears, thou who hast brought us thus far on the way, thou who hast by thy might led us into the light, keep us forever in the path we pray. Lest our feet stray from the places, our God, where we met thee. Lest our hearts, drunk with the wine of the world, we forget thee. Shadow beneath thy hand, may we forever stand, true to our God, true to our native land.
Those are my daughters by love because they are my daughter's best friends. So when mama said, daughter come, they just came on with her. All righty. I am Zenefia Evans. I currently have the pleasure of serving as the vice chair of the Black Caucus of Faculty and Staff. And I'm also in my day job, my real job that I get paid to do, because this one I don't get paid to do. I am the Associate Dean of Students in our Office of the Dean of Students, and I have been actively involved at Purdue since I was a graduate student back in and so I just never left these parts. But one of the things that I have the unique pleasure of doing is interacting with those students, whether I started off teaching biology, directing a program in the College of Science, and that's where I met this speaker who will join us today. So it is my absolute honor to introduce one of my favorites, but don't tell the rest of them. And you definitely, my daughter gonna challenge you on that. I said one of, baby girl, I ain't say the favorite, that will be you. All right, so one of the favorite students that I've met, I remember meeting Meldre during at that time we had a joint STEM academic boot camp, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics boot camp. And I always had the distinct honor of telling the students the rules and regulations. And that year, I think most of the students slept through that part of the talk because they broke more rules and regulations than any other camp that we had. And the one thing that I liked is that even though the students were doing wrong, Meldre never drifted into that. He was never swayed by that peer pressure to do the things that he knew went against those rules and regulations. They could not convince him to join their shenanigans. One story, and I don't know if you remember telling this story, but you told it to Miss Tony, and so I heard it secondhand. So Meldre was in class. I don't know which class it was, so I'm not going to try to guess. But he had his hand raised to ask a question. And he had his hand raised and had his hand raised and had his hand raised and had his hand raised, and the professor ignored him. Or I don't know if ignored him or didn't see him. I wasn't there, so you'll have to fill in the blanks. But anyway, they were working on a circuit of some sort, so he didn't acknowledge Meldre, so Meldre just went doing what he was trying to learn. So he blew up the circuit, I think. And when he blew up the circuit, the professor, in a loud voice, said to Meldre, "What are you doing?" And Meldre politely said to him, "I tried to honor classroom decorum by raising my hand, and you ignored me, so I proceeded on with my learning." So together we both learned a lesson here in that space. So to say Meldre advocated for himself would be an understatement. And sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, all right. But what I always remember about Meldre is the smile on his face, and we used to call him our teddy bear. He lost a little weight, so he's not the teddy bear he used to be, but he puts that in his bio if you're reading his bio, so he's not the teddy bear that he used to be. But even still, I am extremely honored and most humbled to share with you one of the students who has definitely impacted me during his time at Purdue, Mr. Meldre King.
How y'all doing today? So Dr. Evans, her story is true. I did blow up a circuit. Her explanation of it, it was a lot more nicer than maybe what I remember, but we're gonna leave it like that. But thank you all for having me today. It is an honor to return to my alma mater and share in this celebration of Black excellence and achievement with you all today. This is truly a full circle for me, having been in your seat as a Purdue student, attending the Black Caucus, a faculty and staff award ceremony just a few years ago. Being able to return to Purdue almost 10 years after my graduation is a great honor and privilege, and something that I do not take lightly. I want to thank the current chair, Dr. David Rolick, and the entire Purdue Black Caucus of faculty and staff officers for inviting me to speak on this special day to honor you all as distinguished members of the African American faculty, staff, and students at Purdue University. A special thank you to the current vice chair, Dr. Zanethia Evans, who was one of the first Black faculty members who I met at Purdue. I remember meeting her and being captivated by how she commanded the room and exemplifies Black success and achievement. I also remember her as someone who wouldn't let you forget to add the doctor to her name, as she should, and someone who always kept a small bottle of hot sauce in her purse. It is also great to see so many familiar Black faculty and staff members who were and continue to be an integral part of my support system. Like Veronica Rahim, who is the Director of Employer Engagement, Brittany Allensworth, the Director of Horizon Student Support Center, and Dr. Martia King, the Vice Provost of Student Life, who, as soon as I figured out that we had the last name, she was automatically my Purdue auntie. So the list goes on, and I can truly say that the Black Caucus of faculty and staff paved the road for my success at Purdue and beyond these walls. I hope that the words that I share with you today also resonates with what your own experience has been here at Purdue, and that we can continue to build on and celebrate this strong and resilient community of students and scholars. As a first-generation student, building a network and developing meaningful connections was invaluable in creating my Purdue support system. During the spring semester of my sophomore year, I found myself anxious about my non-existing summer plans. I had been applying to internships, and for months I hadn't heard back on any opportunities, not a single phone screening or interview. I didn't have much work experience, but I thought my high GPA would speak for itself, or it should speak for itself. I consulted in my newfound mentor, Tony Munguia, who's the Director of Recruitment, Retention, and Diversity. And so not only did she provide me with the guidance and feedback I needed to strengthen my applications, but she saw my potential at a time where I doubted myself. When an opportunity came across her desk at Roche Diagnostics, she shared my resume with them, opening a door for me, which landed me my first summer internship. After this first professional experience, other opportunities soon followed, all because someone saw my potential. This personal connection was a game changer, creating a domino effect for the later success of my undergraduate career. You will make many such great connections throughout your life, not only professional level, but ones that extend well into your personal journey. I am reminded of this when I think about two of my closest friends, both of whom I met on this campus. Edgar Garcia, who is a first officer pilot at Delta Airlines, is someone I have the pleasure of calling my best friend. I met Edgar the summer leading up into my freshman year during the academic boot camp program. Now that I remember, Edgar was one of those ones that didn't follow the rules, but Edgar, right? But Edgar is someone that I have the pleasure in calling my best friend. And so Edgar and I held each other accountable and motivated each other, whether it was by hitting the books together and through some friendly academic competition. We also learned to lean on one another. Both of us came from under-resourced backgrounds and are the first in our families to go to college. Our shared obstacles to higher education created a mutual understanding between us, allowing us to show each other support, whether that meant sharing textbooks or rides home during breaks. Although these may sound like simple gestures, I'd like to think that it's exactly these little things that have contributed to what is sure to be a lifelong friendship. Although we are now states apart, we continue to be active supporters through life's smallest and biggest moments. And of course, I have to shout out another great friend, Brenda Ramirez, who was the Senior Assistant Director for Admissions for Central Texas. And I say of course because she provided feedback on his speech, so that part was non-negotiable. I met Brenda while training for a peer mentor program early in our sophomore year. Over the years, Brenda and I grew close and bonded over our active involvement on campus. As we took on bigger roles, we supported each other's leadership journey and consulted with one another when we faced challenges or simply needed a listening ear. You could say we were each other's voice of reason when we were doing entirely too much or things we probably shouldn't have been doing, but that was a part of our relationship and made us bond. The moral of the story is find you a friend in the pilot program to get cheaper flights and a communication major for all the speeches you will need to give in your life. No, but seriously, I say all of this as a testament of the caliber of people that you will meet here on this campus. Purdue is brimming with amazing professionals, leaders, trailblazers like yourselves, mentors, mentees who will teach you more than what a book or class can teach you. And that is the power of connection. So I encourage you all to get out of your comfort zone, to meet people whom you normally wouldn't socialize with, to plant the seeds of new relationships, and more importantly, to tend to them, as that is the only way that they can grow. Don't leave Purdue without finding your own Brenda or Edgar to help you navigate through life's ever-changing priorities. And believe me, your priorities will change. I want to challenge you all to also be proactive with checking in with yourself from time to time and assess whether those priorities are still moving you in the right direction. As you read in my bio, and as Dr. Evans shared, I recently went through a weight loss journey which taught me how to prioritize myself and my well-being. In 2020, I was 80 pounds heavier and I felt burnt out with work. I was on my grind, as the kids say. But the dedication I had for my job went unnoticed. I was working so many hours, I had terrible bad habits around eating and exercise, and I was always tired and a lot of times very irritable. In retrospect, these harmful habits started when I was a student. I remember going to class during the day, eating heavy meals, then napping midday, and then followed up with late night organization meetings and studying and homework after that. I'm not saying that sometimes we don't need to operate like this, because we do, to get stuff done, but we all live through these dreaded final weeks. I just wish I learned to prioritize myself a lot earlier. By the time I made this realization, health problems started to surface. At a young age, I was faced with high blood pressure, high blood sugar, and high cholesterol. And on paper, I had a successful career, but I had to ask myself, at what cost? My health was starting to impact things I wanted to do in my personal life, such as traveling and participating in activities with my nieces and nephews. Things have to change, so during COVID, I slowly started to change my eating, sleeping, and exercise habits. I started to lose weight, and I started to become happier and even more productive at work. This resulted in more opportunities in my career, and I learned that success doesn't only come from a title or a promotion, but it also comes in the form of all-encompassing in physical and emotional well-being. You are all amazing leaders on this campus, and my advice to you is to continue in that success, is to make sure you prioritize taking care of yourself if you wish to serve others. The earlier you find the balance between the appropriate nutrition and physical activity and sleep will lead toward an improved overall health and wellness for you all. Now, standing here today, you may find it hard to believe that I had a long-standing fear of public speaking. I used to have bad anxiety over public presentations. I remember taking Keynote 14 and getting so nervous to the point where I couldn't eat or sleep days before the presentations. Can y'all relate, anybody? So in one instance, I even remember my Keynote 14 instructor informing me that I had cursed during my speech, and I didn't even realize it. What was paralyzing for me was the idea of delivering a speech perfectly, free of mistakes. My fear of public speaking got so bad that I would find excuses when asked to speak at certain engagements, such as the Purdue Black graduation, my graduation year. Then came a pivotal moment for me in 2020. One of my biggest supporters, my grandmother, passed away. My grandma and I were close, and I just knew I was going to get asked to speak at her funeral. I was mentally prepared to speak in mourning the loss of my grandmother, but also getting the chance to honor her and celebrate the impact that she had on me and my family. I eventually gave short remarks in her honor, but I left there with regrets, feeling that I let my nervousness ruin this special moment for me. From that point forward, I told myself that I would conquer my fear of public speaking, and that every time I spoke publicly, it would be in honor of my grandmother, someone who I consistently strove to make proud. I am reminded of her today as I stand in front of you all. As campus leaders, you will eventually find yourself speaking in front of an audience at one time or another. So here are some tips that helped me get over my public speaking fear. So practice, but don't overpack practice. It's a balance. Nervousness is going to happen, and the best way to manage this innate response is simply to realize that it's part of your DNA. It's hardwired into what it means to be human. This awareness will help tamp down your public speaking nerves and put them in context. I still get nervous today. In fact, I'm nervous right now. But transform your nervous energy into excitement about whatever you're talking about. And then lastly, like Dr. Evans said, smile. Smiling is contagious, and people want to hear what you have to say. As I wrap up this presentation, I am so grateful that I was able to come and talk to you all today, the new generation of Boilermaker leaders and their support system. Make sure you leave Purdue with building and maintaining your personal support group, figuring out how you take care of yourself while also growing into your leadership abilities, and overcoming any fear you may have while molding into your version of what it means to be a Black Boilermaker. When I graduated, my grandma gifted me with a picture frame that included my graduation announcement, surrounded by the poem Desiderata by Max Ehrmann. I leave you with an excerpt from this poem. Speak your truth quietly and clearly, and listen to others, even to the dull and the ignorant. They too have their story. Enjoy your achievements as well as your plans. Keep interested in your own career, however humble. It is a real possession in the changing fortunes of time. Beyond a wholesome discipline, be gentle with yourself. You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars, and you have a right to be here. And whether or not it is clear to you, no doubt in the universe is unfolding as it should. Therefore, be at peace with God, whatever you conceive him to be. And whatever your labors and aspirations in this noisy confusion of life, keep peace in your soul. With all its sham and drudgery and broken dreams, it is still a beautiful world. Be cheerful, strive to be happy. Thank you for your time today, Boilermakers. Bowler up.
Thank you, Meldray, for sharing those words and then told all my business about my hot sauce in my purse. Don't ask me for none today, so I'm just gonna tell you. With that, we would like to present Meldray with this plaque from the Black Caucus of Faculty and Staff. Would like to recognize Meldray King as the keynote speaker for 2024. Please join me once again in thanking Meldray King.
Thank you, Dr. Evans.
Oh, okay, sorry. The photographer, can you see us back there? Y'all weren't supposed to see that. All right. Yes, I do. Okay. You gonna stay back there?
Ooh. Good morning. You want to tell them who you are first, and then I can read.
Hi, good morning, everyone. I'm Dr. Natasha Duncan, the Associate Dean of Academic and International Affairs in the Honors College at Purdue. We also want to acknowledge in this moment very quickly as well our third member of the presentation team, Dr. Dwayne Jangali, who is a clinical assistant professor at the John Martinson Honors College.
I got to bring it down because I'm a little bit shorter. But I'm Dr. Ann Edwards, and I'm the director of the Black Cultural Center here at Purdue University. The undergraduate students being honored today must be full-time students and have achieved an overall GPA of 3.2 or higher as of the fall of 2023. In recognition of these Purdue scholars who have maintained high academic achievements at Purdue University, the Black Caucus of Faculty and Staff are pleased to honor each with a certificate. As a special token of our appreciation for their excellence, we will present monetary awards to the Purdue scholars with the highest GPA in each classification that gave us permission to recognize their achievement and allowed us to print their name in the program booklet. Over 700 students were eligible. Y'all, over 700 students were eligible. And over 200 responded to be included. The students submitted their phonetic spelling with their RSVP, and we asked for grace. Everybody say grace. Grace if our phonetic interpretations differ. Listen.
Okay. So we'll begin with the students who are in the first year at Purdue University. Tani Tolua Adeleye. Elizabeth Ajasa. Dawn Shirl Ando. Sogo Bakare. Robert Barnes. Devin Barton. Dakota Battle. Jordan Brooks. Ashton Brown. Aaliyah Carlisle. Sophia Chavez. Morgan Kogel. Dewan Davis. All right, thank you. Haley Denson. Aminata Jagna. Melkisa Eba. Cheyenne Essex. Raina Farley. Kristen Fisher. Taylor Fletcher Douglas. Arnold Follerin. Tristan Freenack. He also is the recipient of the highest GPA within this class, first year class. Abiona Griffin. Abiona is also one of the highest GPAs within this class. Ryan Jassy Nimanko. Nina Hall. Janaya Heyman. Kinaya Hines. Janaya Hughes. Jason Ivy. Robert Joseph. Ava Kendrick. Tiana Lulek. Sydney Lyles. Gerald Maduwuba. Shing Isai Marandara. Nakira McClinton. G. Adam Murray. Ebuka Ogbuefi. Chukwelo Ziye Onwotu. Onwuta, excuse me. Elise Peterson. Kayla Potts. Sierra Pritchett. Nairi Ruiz. Nairi is also a earner of the highest GPA within this cohort. Kirsten Schneider. Adam Selby. Peyton Smiley. Diana Tekeste. Sorry. Kiki Valadez. Elise Van Artsen. Eric Vassar. Celestine Wilkerson. Erin Williams. Jordan Williams. Kaylee Williams. Nia Wilson. Spencer Wilson.
And I did make a mistake. We have two brothers today, Eric and Evan. And Eric, stand up. So I forgot, I put the highest GPA on the wrong brother. So let's give Eric. Listen, he like I told Mildred to call me doctor, he came up to me, he said, now we need to get this straight. So, so I had to step over here myself and take ownership of that mistake. So my apologies. He was like, now you got this wrong. I publicly corrected it.
Well, let's take a moment and recognize the entire class, the first year class. Now we'll begin with students in their second year. Michael Arias. Frank Casella. Scarlett Chung. Jakayla Clay. Ariana Deshwa. Zainab Fashola. Kirsten Fisher. Tylen Fleming. Kelsey Goodwin. Alejandro Griffith. Lorraine Hairston. DeBron Henderson. Elijah Hawkett. Danielle Ikese. Daisha Lasley. Ushinde Muna. Dion Murray. Boris Injene. Alexis Robinson. Simone Ross. Evan Vassar. Nation Williams. Yeah, can you say? Okay, I'll try. Oluwada Milare Adeosun. Okay, let's have a round of applause for our students in their second year.
Come on up, dear. Out the gate. Come on. Alaua Adibombe. Listen. Lauren Ano. Say it in my ear. Okay. Mauli Balo. And it's Nadra, right? Okay. Nadra Dunson. Bree Eccles. Okay, come on, give us a minute here. Say it one time. Oh, Uyai. Okay. Uyai Abasi Edit. Yeah, too. Oh. Pronounce your last name, Pauline. Oh, okay. Pauline Asansi. Rachel Koeman. Sophie Bongo. Megan McCoy. Morgan Murph. Ayo Abayami. Ogechi, but you didn't put your last name. Oh. Ogechi Obioha. Moad Omar. I was about to call you. Okay, you already know Sarah. I was about to call you. Okay. Ola Wafure Osobajo. This card. Kayla Owens. I'm sorry, say it again. Casey Ward. Y'all, these students coming to BCC with a different name. Lida Yosef. And Lida has the highest GPA for this class. Once again for our junior class. And now on to our senior class. Enke Azuka. Jordan Bolden. Kaylin Brown. Julian Carroll. I don't even know if I looked at the card. Deborah, hold on. Listen. Devereaux Coleman. Dre Cosby. And Dre has one of the highest GPAs for this class. Miranda Desmangles. Solomon Elliott. Maria Falk. Reagan Fishback. Sophia Flores. Solomon Fry. Tiara Harris. Isabella Johnson. Tony Joyner. Sylvia Kafari. Jayla Lee. Jaya Lee. Get it right. Just say it. Get it right. She did. She did. That's all right. Aranola Lessie. Kenise Mack. Honora Malik. Yes? Okay. You can smile. Malia Means. Martha Mojoku. Winning, okay. Winning Akori. Okay, say it so I can hear it. Amoke Enyi. Joshua Amoke Enyi. Aku Sadeji. Nadia Say. And Nadia has one of the highest GPAs. Melody Simba. Reagan Smiley. Kyla Smith. And Peyton Taylor. Can we give it up for our senior class? And now for our professional and graduate students. Nadia Jones. Alani Smiley. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Doctors Duncan and Edwards, for taking on that task. And we always hesitate because sometimes we put the emphasis on the wrong syllable, but we're going to do it in love. We're going to do it in love. I have the pleasure today of presenting the Service and Leadership Awards. So each year we ask faculty and staff to nominate deserving students for the Service and Leadership Awards. Service is an important part of the college experience. We recognize those students whose service and leadership to the university community can be enhanced as a student that will let employers know that they are well-rounded as both scholars and citizens of the world. The undergraduates must have a GPA of 2.5 overall, an overall 2.5 GPA as of the fall of 2023, and have contributed to the Purdue community in a significant way and must be nominated by a faculty or staff member in recognition of their outstanding service and leadership. Alrighty, so I will read a small excerpt from most of the students that were Service and Leadership Award winners couldn't be with us today. They're out serving in the community or sleeping, but some of them are here, so I won't belabor the point for those that aren't here. Baraka Abdabari, she was nominated by Eula Gahe. What she said about this sophomore, she works as a library aide in the BCC library. She joined the Black Thought Collective Performing Arts in January 2023, and she's taken initiative to create displays in the library, encouraging her friends and classmates to utilize the resources in the Black Cultural Center library. And she assisted with training newly hired library aides in the library, in learning the Library of Congress call number system, which I don't even know who came up with that. There's a whole lot of numbers that be on those books. But I digress. Let me get back on track. So she has been a library aide at the Black Cultural Center since August of 23. She's also works with the Asian American Resource Cultural Center as a volunteer, and she is a member of the Purdue Muslim Student Association, a general member and volunteer. Although she's not with us today, I will give her her certificate to her. Giselle Selena Bender nominated Faith Allen for her work with the Women of Color Healthcare Network. Faith was instrumental in getting the student organization back up and running and providing spaces for students of color. They have set up volunteer opportunities, speakers within the organizations, and have helped students that are applying to medical school make those connections. So let's give Faith a hand. I don't think Faith is with us. So I nominated this student last year, and I nominated her this year, and I'll keep nominating her as long as she keeps volunteering in my office. So Pauline has been, I met her because I knew her aunt when she was here in school, and so we had, sometimes your family members say, you got a resource, go meet them. Well, she sought me out to meet me, and so that's how we had the opportunity. And then when she came in my office, she said, you have something for me to do? I said, girl, yeah. And she keep coming back. I keep feeding her too, so that might be part of the reason. So I don't know which one it is. But anyway, so Pauline helps me making my PowerPoints. And it's so funny when she does it, because every time she goes, I'm learning something. Every time I do a PowerPoint for you, I'm learning something. So transforming my large ideas into reality. She's an undergraduate research assistant. She is a algebra by 7th grade mentor for MEP. She's the treasurer of the Women of Color Healthcare Association. She's a working member of the HHS DEI, Diversity, Equity, Inclusion Committee. She's treasurer of the Latinos in Science and Engineering. She was or is a member of the 2023 Steps to Leaps Award Selection Committee, the Gordon Parks Photography Committee, the Jahari Dance Ensemble, the podcast member of the Black Thought Collective, the Caduceus Club. That's what I'm saying. And a fundraising committee member of the World Health Purdue. So, so she's they have a certificate down there for you. And she still come by my office and volunteers with all of this. And she getting an academic award too, so let's not forget that part of the equation. All right, that's how we do it. That's how we do it. I also nominated this student. She couldn't be with us today, but Janelle Little. She's from North Carolina after arriving to the States from Jamaica. She is currently the publicity chair for the National Society of Black Engineers and disseminates information to members across multiple platforms and designs graphics for publication. She serves as a Boiler Tracks ambassador to provide inclusivity around campus and to ensure that potential students feel welcomed and a sense of belonging. She's also a Sankofi Scholars Mentor, where she provides mentoring and guidance to incoming students. So let's give her a hand, even though she couldn't be with us today. Jessica Perkins, who is new to Purdue and got on this bandwagon to nominate some folks, she nominated Kalia Maxey as an outstanding student and servant leader. She is a student working in the minority engineering program. However, she does not limit her time in the office to just her scheduled hours. She volunteers to help her peers succeed through tutoring and has demonstrated a genuine interest in our recruitment and retention efforts. She currently holds or has held offices in SHIP and NSBE and is a member of Purdue's inaugural Boeing flight team and a member of the Jahari dance troupe. Let's give her a round of applause. Giselle Selena Bender nominated Uchenna Osiamadi. And she said Uchenna is a service and leadership in the Science Scholars Program. He continues to be a mentor to incoming students, and he is about to graduate. Excuse me. He's about to graduate, and his impact and will be missed in the science programs. So let's give a nice round of applause for Uchenna. Eula Gehi also nominated Gladys Osakwe. Gladys is a senior who has worked with the BCC Library for 8 semesters. She has shown outstanding leadership in her job at the BCC and takes on additional responsibilities, such as assisting me with updating training materials. She volunteered to read to children on several past Friends and Family Days celebrating the fall semester. She is a Purdue Ambassador tour guide. She works at the Black Cultural Center AID. She's a University Residences staff office member. She works at the University Residences Support Center. She's a past resident assistant. And she is also a member of the Haraka Writers PAE at the Black Cultural Center, to name a few. She wrote a book. I'm gonna stop right there. All right, so let's give her a round of applause. Brigitte August nominated Shai Robinson. Shai Robinson is currently the Purdue Student Government President, continuing a role. I remember when I won't tell you what I remember because that'll date me a little bit. So, but Shai is continuing that role, and Shai couldn't be with us today. But one of the things Shai has done is to increase the minimum wage for undergraduate student pay. So for all of you student workers out there, you need to give Shai some love because that was part of her platform. She's a Dean's Ambassador for the College of Liberal Arts, and let's see what else and in addition to that, last spring she was selected as a first-generation student ambassador, and she joined Brigitte and 2 other students at the Circle of Change Conference in Miami. So let's give it up for your Purdue president, Shai Robinson. Nadia Say is here. Nadia was nominated by Giselle Selena Bender, and she says Nadia has served in the greater Lafayette community. Besides being a student and active in student organizations, she's also a CNA in the community. She continues to surprise me on how she handles her time management with a part-time job, academics, and secretary to 2 organizations. So let's give it up for Nadia Say. Congratulations. Maria Martin Murphy also nominated Danielle Simpson. Danielle Simpson exemplifies exceptional leadership qualities that make her a deserving candidate for Outstanding Service and Leadership Award. She's a pharmacy peer mentor supervisor. She is an outstanding exemplary candidate for Outstanding Service and Leadership Awards. Her contributions to the pharmacy community are invaluable, and she truly embodies the spirit of this esteemed recognition. Let's give a round of applause for Danielle Simpson. Maria Martin Murphy also nominated Asia Stallings. Throughout her Purdue career, Asia has demonstrated exceptional leadership abilities in various roles and contexts, both on and off campus. Her contributions as a coach and player-appointed leader on the Purdue women's basketball seasons during the 2021 and 2020 2020 and 2021 seasons highlight her ability to lead by example, motivate her teammates, and foster a culture of teamwork and excellence. In her athletic leadership, she serves as a resident assistant at First Street Towers, which oversaw 47 residents and plans various programs. She continued to write a book, but I'm going to go down to the bottom of this. She has been featured on the Purdue Pharmacy Magazine, the JCC Monthly Ensign newsletter, Faces of Big Ten video, NCAA Personal Stories article video, and an alumni highlight for her high school. These accolades are testament to her outstanding contributions and positive impact on the community. Let's give a round of applause for Asia Stallings. Celia Tarver was also nominated by Maria Martin Murphy. She has demonstrated exemplary qualities that make her truly deserving of this prestigious award. She's a diligent student that goes above and beyond. She consistently exceeds expectations and sets high standards for her peers. In conclusion, I have no hesitation in recommending her for the Outstanding Service and Leadership Awards because her outstanding contributions and exemplary character make her an ideal candidate for this esteemed recognition. Let's give a warm round of applause for Celia Tolliver. Madison Walker was nominated by Giselle Selena Bender. She's nominating her for her leadership in the Multicultural Science Program's ambassadors. She worked with Ivy Tech Science Olympiad coordinator to get volunteers and coordinate rides for volunteers. When I attended the event to take pictures for the ambassadors, the program coordinator pulled me aside to say that Madison was so highly professional throughout the entire process. Let's give a warm round of applause for Madison Walker. Jayla Wesley was nominated by yours truly. With a focus on empowering their community, Jayla Wesley is involved in multiple RA positions, including the Winifred Parker Hall Resident Assistant and Parker Hall Residence Assistance Education. She's a devoted chair member in the Black Cultural Center, student coordinator, strong sister, silly sister, facilitator, vice president of the Zeta Theta chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. I see you. She's a dedicated member of the Professional Development Committee Chair and the Policy and Conduct Committee for Professional Staff. So let's give my soror a warm round of applause in her absence. I next have the pleasure of presenting the Faculty of the Year Award. And the students, when they RSVP, if they RSVP by the deadline, that's all I'm gonna say about that. They have the opportunity to nominate a faculty or staff member. Last year we had a staff member to win this award. This year we have a faculty member to win this award. And this student, if Morgan, if you'll make your way to the stage. What Morgan said about Dr. Janine Fields. This clinical professor in botany and plant pathology is 1 in 4 plant breeders in the US and was the first Black woman to obtain a PhD in plant breeding. Let's give her some, let's give her some. Morgan said the 2 of them make up the African American women in their department. The 2 of them. Just the 2 of them. They can do, okay, I just got off track. And she has been instrumental in my success. She not only teaches me how to be a good scientist, but how to be a Black female scientist. Come on, girl, come on now. She encourages me, pushes me, and never lets my light dim. I would not be the student I am without her encouragement. This award reads, the Black Caucus of Faculty and Staff would like to recognize Janine Fields as the Faculty of the Year for the 2023-2024 school year. So Morgan, I think she will be honored if you would present that with her, and if you want to make a connection, we can do it together so that she'll be surprised. Okay, so we got a surprise coming up. as my nephew used to say when he was 2. So we'll do that. I'll give this to you for now because I don't want nothing else in my possession. Okay, thank you. We also have the Clara E. Bell Award. Clara E. Bell was an RN and EDD. She was a professor emerita and former director of continuing education in nursing. She was a role model and mentor to many Purdue minority nursing alumni. She co-chaired the National Congress of Black Faculty Council on Research and Education in 1992 and 1993, and was involved with research and planning committee of the Association of Black Nursing Faculty in Higher Education. She served as a cabinet member of the Human Rights Committee of the American Nurses Association. Several hospitals and community organizations had appointed Bell to their boards. A close association with the Indiana Diabetes Association earned her one of her top service awards. The Indiana State Nurses Association Board of Directors, the Delta Omicron Chapter of Nursing Honor Society of Sigma Theta Tau, and the Indiana Department of Aging and Community Services also presented her service awards. In 1954, some of you weren't even born, Bell was the first African American student to attend the St. Anthony Hospital School of Nursing in Terre Haute, Indiana. I can only imagine what that was like for her back then. Throughout her career, she served the people from diverse backgrounds and made cultural differences to reach a common ground. Our dear friend and colleague passed away on March 3rd, 1996. Since that time, we've chosen to honor her by presenting a special award in her name to a senior in nursing, health, or health sciences with the highest GPA and whose service has been noteworthy. We are delighted to recognize this year's recipient, Sierra Pritchett. As Sierra makes her way forward, I'll share a little bit about her. She's a native of Indianapolis, Indiana, and has interned at IU West Hospital. This nursing major has been a student music volunteer at the Jaeger String Studio, served meals to the unhoused through the Wheeler Mission, made tie blankets for children with Pre-U School of Nursing, worked at the Northside Food Pantry, and tutored students with the Center for Leadership Development. She is the co-founder and president of the Campus Girl Scouts at Purdue, co-social media chair for the National Association of Colored Women's Club, current member of the Chamber Orchestra. Girl, what instrument you playing? Viola. The viola, okay, now come on, viola. She's a Horizons, the Health and Human Science DEI Committee, and a Women of Color in Healthcare, to name a few. She's also an Alpha Lambda Delta Phi Eta Sigma Honor Society member, a Boeing's Family Foundation Scholar, Center for Leadership Development Scholar, HHS Inclusive Excellence Scholar, Purdue National Recognition Scholar. Ooh, I needed a breath. And now she's going to be the Clara E. Bell Academic Achievement Award. The award reads, the Black Caucus of Faculty and Staff presents the Clara E. Bell Academic Achievement Award to Sierra Pritchett, 2024. That smile on my face gonna look real jacked up. I'm just not even gonna play that.
Okay. As was mentioned before, we also ask our students when and if they RSVP for feedback for those who have been, about those who have been helpful to them on their journeys as well. So one of the awards that I am happy to present this year is a Parent of the Year award from the Purdue Black Caucus of Faculty and Staff. This award is designed to acknowledge the contributions that the parent or guardian has made to their student's life. This award was based on the students' nomination, and this one was selected from multiple nominations made this year. And I quote from the letter of nomination. The woman that I'm about to talk about is not only my mother, but a superhuman. By definition, a superhuman is a person having or showing exceptional ability or powers. My mom never fails to do just that, whether it was disciplinary or her having to make a way out of no way. My mom is my queen, my heart, my everything, because without her wisdom and tough love, I wouldn't be the strong-minded individual I am today. Through her guidance, I have been able to pave a path for myself and remain true to myself through it and faithful to my morals. My mom always pushes me to do my best because she believes in me, and she sees the purpose that God has instilled in me to fulfill on this earth. She is a God-fearing woman who raised her kids in church and made sure that we knew who God was. Most of all, I am thankful because I have a praying mom. I have a praying mother that when anything is in shambles, we know that we can turn to God as if God is before you, who can be against you? My mom has a heart of steel and never fails to let me know that I am loved. My mom, she might not agree with everything I do, but she always makes it known that I am supported and have a solid foundation that will have my back. So, Dewan Davis, thanks for nominating your mother, Tatiana Osorio. Okay. Well, then on her behalf, we thank. Oh, she's here. Oh. I guess. So if you make it to the stage. Oh. Oh, we weren't talking about you. No. But just come up and face the audience. The recognition reads, the Black Caucus of faculty and staff would like to recognize Tatiana Osoro as Parent of the Year for the 2023-2024 school year. So thank you. Just want to say that, again, this was one of a number of nominations that came in, and certainly on part of the Black Caucus, we believe that all those who support our students to the excellence that they have achieved are parents, guardians, family of the year. So thank all of you for being here and for the hard work that you have done. And in that space of the hard work that gets done, so just some concluding thoughts from me as chairperson this year. I've mentioned earlier that the importance of Black excellence for the world, for our communities, for our families, for ourselves. And as a unique organization, the Purdue Black Caucus also benefits from Black excellence. It's indispensable, it's our lifeblood, as well as the reason we celebrate. You've seen at least one of the products of that excellence. This entire event took months and months of planning, took lots of people touching the award program, looking back over what we've done over years. There are people who have been with this award program for many, many, many years. who've made it what it is and allowed it to come to fruition every year over the last 49. It means printing certificates. It means corresponding with the Office of the Registrar. It means getting plaques printed. It means doing our best to say the names of the people that we want to honor. No small feat. So this event takes a tremendous amount of volunteer, as I said before, time. This is not something we're paid for. The sacks of gold that you see people carrying to their cars don't exist, okay? But I also I want to push that point a little bit further. This is perhaps one of our signature events, but throughout the course of every academic year, the Black Caucus puts together lots of other events for the faculty and staff. We have conversations with senior administrators, and that takes time and coordination. We have events that bring together for social gatherings, particularly important after the time of pandemic. So that takes coordination, that takes time, that takes effort. That means taking time to coordinate with other organizations on campus. Since we're not the only organization that exists, it takes time to interface with those other organizations and to help them become the excellent organizations that they look to us to be. So in that space, all of those issues take a lot of time, they take a lot of energy. And what I'd like to do at this point is to recognize a member of our Black Caucus of faculty and staff who has taken on all of those responsibilities coordinating for us and has done so for many, many years. So Zenefia Evans, would you come up? So your friends, your colleagues, the many students who have Purdue degrees because of you, who are walking around today with letters after their names because of what you have done for so many. Your friends, your colleagues in the Purdue Black Caucus of faculty and staff would like to present you with a special recognition. This reads, the Black Caucus of Purdue Faculty and Staff Chairperson's Special Award presented to Zenefia E. Evans, PhD, Associate Dean of Students, Vice Chairperson, Purdue Black Caucus of Faculty and Staff 2023-2024, for upholding the spirit and promoting the life of the caucus. Say something?
Got me up here. Somebody, y'all got that ugly cry face. They got me on this one. They really got me on this one. I just want to say thank you. Service is huge to me. And to be, when I was a graduate student at Purdue, there were so many people that helped me to navigate my journey. And I've tried to be that for students as we're coming through. Because to be young, gifted, and Black is a privilege, and I don't take it lightly. And so thank you for this. Y'all got me. Okay. Okay, yeah, I got it.
You got it.
Oh, okay. So, I wouldn't even, okay, just thank you. That's all I got for that one. What I'm supposed to be doing right now is acknowledging once again for the students. Let's stand up and give your family and friends a large stand up and join me in giving. Y'all stop clapping. They clapping for y'all. Y'all stop, 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 stop. They're clapping. Stop clapping. They clapping for y'all. There you go. Give them a large hand. They started building that foundation for us, and we're helping to add to that foundation. So for the family and friends that are gathered here today, you can be seated now. Thank you. Thank you so much for supporting your students. The sponsors, again, are listed on page 11. The platinum sponsor, the Office of the Provost, the Office of Diversity, Inclusion, and Belonging. Our gold sponsors, Health and Human Sciences, Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. Our silver sponsors, the Purdue Polytechnic, and okay, whoop, whoop. That was Kathy. That was Kathy. Them AKAs back there in the room. And the College of Science. The bronze sponsors were Liberal Arts, Diversity, Inclusion Initiatives, and the College of Pharmacy. And many thanks to the volunteers. So, and I did not put these names in alphabetical order, so if you would stand when I call your name. Ann Edwards, Dr. Ann Edwards, Dr. Natasha Duncan, and she grabbed her, Dr. Natasha Duncan, Dr. Dwayne Genley, Veronica Rahim, Johnny Brown, Iman Neva for taking pictures. She volunteered. I said, girl, can you take pictures? She was like, I don't know. I was like, well, you're going to find out today. So, and she did so beautifully. We'll see when I look at them, though. Desmond Robinson. I think Jared Harris had to step out. Jasmine Clifton, Dr. Vitria Bird, and I don't know if the twins are still here, Imani and Shauna Adams. They might have gone off. Kathy Pullings, I think Kathy had to, no, Kathy's still here. Leela Mixon, and Dr. Brandon Harris Smith. Maya Lester is upstairs helping with something, and then again, my baby girl that I met is back there, Miss Anya Sykes-Evans, and then I think Stephanie Dardis and Jordan are upstairs. So let's thank our volunteers for helping us with the program. And one person that couldn't be with us today, and she's the person, she retired 3 years ago now, and she helped put the book together. So we done spent many nights on the phone, on Teams, on Zoom for her putting that book together. She was like, I'm not doing this for you again. I said, and I'm gonna call her again next year. So next year is our big program. We are trying to plan something huge. We will have honored students for 50 years at the university. So let me put you on notice. You must RSVP in a timely fashion. Look at them, just say that again. You must RSVP in a timely fashion. So we're gonna try to have some real food next year. We're gonna try. Cause this food over here is expensive. So you must RSVP. And so if any of you out there, if you happen to win one of those lotteries and you want to fund this program, call a sister. We can make it happen. So we're planning something big and special for 50 years. 50 years, that's a long time. But what I want to do before we leave is for those students, if this is your first time at this awards program, stand up so that you can be recognized. For those of you that are first-year students, we want to see you again when you are a second-year student, a third-year student, and a fourth-year student. So take your seats, and thank you. Congratulations again. If this is your second time being recognized by the Plaque Caucus, let us see where you are. Your second time. We saw the drop in that number. All right, thank you and congratulations. If this is your third time being recognized, see, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on in the room. Congratulations. If this is your fourth time being honored by the Black Caucus of Faculty and Staff, come on, y'all, come on. Every year they were on their academic journey, they have done it with excellence and success. To be young, gifted, and Black, that's where it's at. That's where it's at. Congratulations, congratulations. Now, some of our professional students might have started here as undergraduates, so if this is your 5th year, do I have any 5-year? Okay, we're good, we're good. All right. So, with that, and let me just tell you, I didn't leave my office till 12:15 this morning. 2 of my students got honored last night at a Science Awards program that went longer than it was supposed to. And I had we had a lot of things going on campus yesterday that I didn't have time to do all the things I needed to do. And one of those things that I did forget to do, I own my mistakes. The raffles, so we're gonna go ahead with the raffles, but I don't have the Amazon gift card, so don't be looking at me sideways, but I'm gonna get them to you. So let me just put that out there before I start. So I'm gonna ask our speaker to help me draw some numbers here. Mildred. So to encourage the students to arrive on time, and y'all did good today. Y'all were here before we even got set up. Let me just tell you, I was like, we were hanging the banner. Y'all were still here. I'm like, okay. If I was at home cooking, y'all would have been standing outside. Okay. So we're going to give away some gift cards for the students that arrived on time. Some are getting their tickets. Oh, yeah. Oh, they got to go back there and get their tickets. Uh-huh. That's okay. No, they coming. They trying to figure out, they put it in their pocket. They dropped it on the floor. They're going to get it. All right, so this is for our first-year students. If your ticket number 6, 4, 5, 4, 5, 2, you are the winner. Why are you raising your hand? Get up. Write her name down. Do you need some paper? Okay, so you're gonna go over to Dr. Duncan. She didn't know this was her job assignment, but I just gave it to her. She's real good at that. And we'll draw one more from the first-year class. And your ticket number, 6, 4, 5, 3, 9, 6. She waving too. All righty. Yes. I'm gonna put these right here. Okay. All right. Close that one up. Like my little sister. Mm-hmm. One of my friends is a pharmaceutical sales rep, and she gave me these. They come in handy. All right. For the sophomore students, 645. Let's just establish that all of these have 645. Can we do that? And I'm gonna just read the last 3 numbers. Can we do that? Okay, 645. 4, 4, 4. All righty, one more. Six, 4, 5, we established that already. 4, 4, 8. 4, 4, 8. 4, 4, 8. Going once. Going twice. 4, 4, 8 got a date and they left. Okay, let's see. Am I reading the number right? Yeah. Nobody? 4, 4, 8? Okay, let's try another one, Mildred. 4, 1, 1. 4, 11. Oh. Okay, that's sophomores. Juniors. It's few of y'all, so y'all got a better chance of winning. What is up with you in these 4 numbers? 4, 4, 6. 4, 4, 6. The next winning number, 4, Mel Dre picking these. 4, 4, 1. 4, 4, 1. Yep. He was happy he didn't pick another 4. All right. For our professional students and fourth-year students, 3, 8, 3. 3, 8, 3. And the last winning number, 4, 2, 4. 4, Mel Dre picking these numbers. 4, 2, 4. All right. Thank you. So once again, thank you so much. I'm not a crier, and David, you got me on that one. So I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Yeah, I'm gonna get you on that. Once again, it is my pleasure to serve as the vice chair of the caucus, and we had a slate of officers, and you'll see me again next year in the same position. I told them that was it. I'm done after this year, but we'll see. Join us upstairs. We have a dessert reception. So I think I've told this story to you before, and so if you've heard this, you can laugh again and pretend like you hadn't. My great-grandmother lived to be in her late 90s. We think about 98, 99. And so once she got to be 80-something, she would sit down to dinner. She would say, "What are we having for dessert?" Like, we ain't even ate dinner yet. She was like, "I'm 80 years old. I might not be here for dessert. I'm going to get mine first." So today, in my great-grandmother's tradition, we called her Bum Bum. We have a dessert reception upstairs in the East-West lounges, so join us upstairs for that reception. Let's give our students, our academic scholars, and our service award winners a warm round of applause. We do not have a formal recessional. We'll see you upstairs, and thanks again for coming. Have a great day.
As the chairperson, you, sir. Seriously.